There's a flag on the play!
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
The LHSAA Network is your home for the state football championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView. From Lafayette, Louisiana, inside the Cajun Dome on the University of Louisiana campus, it is the Division III State Championship Volleyball match on the LHSAA Network. And we got a good one for you. 1 versus 2 in this bracket. Haynes Academy, looking for their first ever state championship in volleyball, takes on Archbishop Hannon Hawks, who are looking for their 5th state championship in 7 years. Hello, everyone. Jeff Lerma along with my broadcast partner, Robert Smith, and this should be a fun matchup. These two teams met last year in the Cajun Dome. It was a quarterfinal matchup, and really, Haynes Academy had Archbishop Hannon on the ropes in that match, but eventually the Hawks prevailed and ended up winning another state championship. But Robert, talk about being here for the first time if you're Haynes Academy playing in a state championship game.
I think both these teams have played so many big games all season long that handling nerves won't be a problem for them. I think both teams expected to be here this weekend, be playing on Saturday. Haynes is ready, Hannon's ready. It's going to be a great one.
And just the consistency of Hannon, right? Just how good they have been over the years. What impresses you the most about them when you watch them?
I think just the consistency, like you said, over the years. They've graduated kids, and they don't seem to have a letdown.
Well, we're getting close here to our national anthem. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew. And for more on this game, it's McKenna Malone. McKenna?
For our third match of the day, we have Hannon versus Haynes Academy. Haynes is looking for their first ever state championship, while Hannon is trying to secure another win for the second year in a row. Hannon has won 5 of the last 7 state championships, but Haynes has had a really tough season, winning 7 matches against Division I teams this year. Here's for the third match of the game.
Well, it should be a lot of fun as we see both coaches receiving their game balls here for Archbishop Hannon. They are located in Covington. Rebecca Bonifay is their head coach. Her second stint at Hannon. She's been there for 15 years now. And then Ashley Miller, that is the head coach for Haynes Academy. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll have our opening serve of the Division III State Championship game. Haynes Academy and Archbishop Hannon Hawks on the LHSAA Network.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play!
The LHSAA Network is your home for the state football championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
The LHSAA Network is your home for the state football championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
Back inside the Cajun Dome, Jeff Palermo and Robert Smith, the head volleyball coach at St. Michael, and that is the head volleyball coach at Haynes Academy. What a special season they have had already, 34-7 on the year. Coach Miller, a New Orleans native, and has led this Yellow Jacket squad to their first ever state championship. This is their 6th season as the head coach. During that time, 2 trips to the state quarterfinals, 1 to the semifinals. First time in the semifinals, they lost to Dunham. They have won the district championship 4 years in a row. And there's a legendary coach from Archbishop Hannon, Rebecca Bonifay. Rebecca Bonifay has done some special things here as Hannon has won state championships in 23, 2021, 2020, 2018. Lost in the semifinals in 2022 to Edie White, but beat Edie White last year. So looking for their 4th state championship in 5 years, 5th in 7 years. And they're coming off a 5-set victory over Parkview Baptist. In fact, both of these schools coming off a 5-set match in the semifinals. So some grueling volleyball that they had to play to get here. Hannon had to beat Parkview Baptist in 5 sets. Haynes Academy had to defeat Edie White in 5 sets. Archbishop Hannon will be in the white tops. Haynes Academy, the Yellow Jackets in the black tops. The Hawks are 28-6 on the season. For Archbishop, go ahead, Coach.
I would say, I think this is one of the matchups that everybody's been looking forward to of all the championship matches. We want to see what Haynes can do in this environment for the first time.
Ella Feehan will serve it, and we are underway. The Division III state championship in volleyball. Hannon running their offense right away as Feehan with the pass. Free ball here coming up for the Hawks. And a nice placement there on the point. That was Bailey Bevelow, the junior middle hitter for the Hawks.
It's a great choice right away. You know, you don't see a lot of nerves where they're just wildly swinging. She went up, saw there was a double block, tip towards the empty spot. That's what you want to do, right? Be making good choices early till everybody can find their rhythm.
So Haynes, for the first time, receiving a serve. Big left hitter over on that side. That being Maya Phillips. All-district performer a year ago, Maya Phillips. Another good strike, but it was nicely dug out. Good battle at the net. Hawks now setting it up once again. There is Maya Phillips, and Haynes is there every single time. McKenna Board doing some nice work defensively here for the Yellow Jackets.
This is the longest rally that we have seen all day today.
And it's finished off by the Yellow Jackets. Robert, I would imagine there's going to be a lot of confidence after Haynes able to outlast Hannon on that, as it was finally put away by Marilyn Voce.
If that's an indication of what the rest of this match is going to look like, it might be the best one for the whole day.
And there is an ace for the Yellow Jackets, who are from Metairie. They beat U-High in the quarterfinals in 3 sets. Again, needed 5 sets in the semis to beat E.D. White, winning it 15-12 in that 5th set. They lost the first set in that match. Good block, but Maya Phillips a little bit too strong there. And it's 2-2 here in the early going.
Today we're going to see 2 different offenses. Hannon running a 5-1. That means they've got 5 hitters, 1 setter. Haynes Academy is going to run a 6-2, so they're going to have 2 different players setting. Depending on who is ever in the back row, that's going to be the setting player.
Hannon was awesome last season. They lost a couple of all-staters, though. Ooh, big-time strike there for Haynes. And that, again, was Marilyn Voce, who had 26 kills in the semifinal win over E.D. White.
That is a huge number. I know they went 5 sets, but 26 kills. That shows the ability to move the ball around, to change speeds, to hit the ball in different parts of the court. Really impressive.
Mia. And it is in. Good point there for the Hannon Hawks.
Haynes Academy running a rotation defense. You see that middle back player running to that sideline to help cover that deep corner.
Mia Phillips, certainly their best outside hitter. A little different swinging it from the left side, though, right, Robert?
Absolutely. You know, swinging from the left and the right, totally different, because the ball is coming either into your body or across your body. Sometimes you can get to it early, or you've got to let it travel to get to your hitting shoulder. So some hitters struggle with hitting from both sides. I don't think that's going to be the case today with these 2 teams.
Virginia Voce just got the point there for Haynes Academy. She had 16 kills in the semifinal win over E.D. White.
Both these teams so well balanced. All their hitters can score.
And that's another point for Mia Phillips. Going back and forth here. We're all tied up at 4.
Real high tempo, right? Both good energy on both sides of the court. Takes a little bit of time for teams to kind of get into their rhythm and kind of forget about the championship environment and just play volleyball. The team that can do that first sets themselves up with a little bit of an advantage.
Big strike there for Haynes, as that was Cameron Vaughn finishing it off for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, she is not 6 foot tall, but she plays way up above the net. What a great vertical.
Cameron Vaughn, she's one of their setters, actually, but able to get the kill there. And then returning the favor for Hannon, getting the point for the Hawks. That was Riley Schubert.
And you see the captain come over, talk to the R1, the up official in the stand. Something a little bit different in volleyball from other sports, where the ownership or speaking with the official falls on the players as opposed to the coaches. I think she's questioning whether the ball hit the player and then the floor, or the floor and then the player. Looks like they're saying it hit the player first and then the floor, so point to Hannon.
Aubrey Bankston will be now the serve, and will handle the serve here for Hannon. Yellow Jackets coming back, and a big-time strike once again by Virginia Voce. And a point for the Yellow Jackets as we continue to just kind of go back and forth here.
And you can tell watching her, she is an emotional leader for this team. She is fiery when Virginia gets a kill. She's fired up whenever teammates, she's talking to them, she's getting them rolling.
Voce, a 5-year starter, Virginia is for the Yellow Jackets. A little bit of a miscommunication there for Hannon, and a point goes to the Yellow Jackets.
And something you don't see a lot of in high school women's volleyball is a top spin jump serve, and that's what Virginia's throwing here. A nice high toss, lots of spin. a ball that's going to dive down. Most high school players are serving float serves, so she's got a little something different to show.
She's a powerhouse. There's no doubt about it. Let's see who the Yellow Jackets set it up here from the back line. That was Virginia Voce, and she gets the point. And again, she has done a great job this year. Very level-headed player. She's matured a lot over the last few years and has really improved her consistency. Good defender as well, as her jump serve that time ends up in the net point to Hannon, and it's 8-6, Haynes leading it.
And that's part of what you see with a topspin server like that. It's going to be a little bit higher risk, a little bit higher reward. You know, she got two points out of her serve before that side out. We'll take that type of that trade-off.
Those two sisters, Maryland. That's Maryland right there, along with Virginia. They're on the court pretty much 90% of the time. Oh, great save there by Virginia Voce. And that's just a little bit too long. Good try there for Haynes. And we got a one-point game in this opening set.
Not only do those outsides, the Voce sisters, go all the way around, both the setters will play all the way around, Cameron Vaughn and Isabella Granados.
Bree Dornan on the serve. Maryland Voce. Now the Hawks trying to set something up. Now back to the Yellow Jackets. Here's Maryland Voce once again. Good job in the backcourt there for the Hawks. Yellow Jackets just going to have to knock it off, and that's way too strong there by Virginia. 8-8.
A lot of emotion early, a lot of energy on both sides of the court. About almost halfway through, so we'll see how they continue to kind of...
Crafty point there for the Hannon Hawks, as that was Miranda Holenchek getting the point.
Yeah, great job not trying to do too much with it. Doesn't have to go up and hit the ball hard. Just redirect it into an open part of the court where nobody's at.
She's the libero, an all-stater last year. Actually, she was the all-stater. She was a libero last year as an all-stater. Point going to the Hawks here, and they got a little bit of a run going. They lead it 10-8. Once again, that is Maryland Voce from the outside. The Hawks starting to defend her really well. Good block there. That was Maryland Voce. She's all over the place.
Yeah, and that's where you see Josie, the setter from Hannon. She's a front row setter. She took an opportunity to go take a swing, try to put a little bit more pressure on that defense, but those blockers were ready for it.
And that's in. Point for the Hawks. And it's now 10-9. Really tight match here in the first set. Let's watch this one again.
Yeah, you see her get her shoulder inside the ball. She's able to hit it with a little bit of thumb down, a little wrist away into the corner.
That was Marley Bankston who got the kill for the Hawks.
Something you notice that you're going to see all day out of these teams. Great ball control. They're going to serve well. They're going to serve, receive well.
Just as you say that, Robert, that was an unforced error there for the Hawks. It happens when you're broadcasting.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does.
Isabella Granados, who's going to Spring Hill on the serve. Big strike through the middle. Outstanding job. And we haven't called her name in a while, but that is Bailey Bebelow with the point.
Yeah, and last time we saw her kill, it was just a soft tip to the right side. This time she shows she can hit.
(12-10), Haynes the lead and serving. Nice block there, and that's going to be another point, as that was Riley Schubert who got up there and denied Maryland Voce.
Even with these headphones on, I can hear that ball coming off the hitter's hands. Like, they are hitting this ball really hard today.
13-10, Hawks trying to separate here a little bit. Soft serve there, and good dig. Outstanding job by Ella Feehan. Good strike from Cameron Vaughn. Feehan on the pass.
This is a free ball opportunity right here. Scramble play. I think we're going to see a lot of that. We've already seen some today.
Point to the Yellow Jackets. Marilyn Voce finishing off another long rally here for Haynes Academy.
And the Voce sisters play opposite of each other, so that means that when one's in the front row, one's going to be in the back row. So if you're a Haynes Academy, you got to like having one of them hitting and one of them digging. That's a great option either way.
Oh, into the net is another miss hit there for the Hawks. They've had a couple of unforced error. Mia Phillips that time.
Yeah, that's a really hard ball for her, being a left-handed hitter. That ball coming from way behind like that, really difficult play.
It's a one-point game in the opening set of the Division III state championship game. Good block at the net, and it is going to be a point to the Hawks as it did get across the net.
Center line violation.
Oh, center line violation. Thank you for
pointing
pointing
it out.
If
you watch here on this replay, it looked like Hannon was the one under the net, but the ref saw something different than I saw.
Good dig, keeping it alive here. Now a free ball for the Yellow Jackets. They get it to Virginia Voce. The libero in the back, Avery Lewis on the defense. Good dig there by Feehan.
And you see they've run Voce on the right side.
The determination for the Yellow Jackets gets them another point.
Maybe trying to get a bigger block over there for those outsides. Having her hit that first ball on the left side of the court and then running to the right side of the court and staying there as a blocker and a hitter.
Layla Fridu checks into the game. She is heading to Millsaps. Big block there, but it goes out of bounds. Give the point to Reese Foster for the Hawks.
A lot of these players out on this court today are going to have the opportunity to go play somewhere at the next level, whether it's the indoor game. A lot of players now are looking at the outdoor game as an option. So
I would imagine beach volleyball has just opened up so many options for high school volleyball players. Oh, another miss hit. We've seen several unforced errors. Miranda Holenchek committed that one.
Yeah, it looked like she was a little bit early on that ball, kind of got under it, tried to hit the roll shot because she knew she wasn't going to be able to find the top of it to hit it down into the court. Just a little bit too early, got to wait just a moment, be patient.
Cameron Vaughn, who's super fast in the back on the serve. Oh, great job there by Ella Feehan on the dig. Virginia Voce knocked it back over on the other side. Big, strong strike there for the Hannon Hawks, and another point by Miranda Holenchek.
I don't think people understand how hard it is to get in a good position and dig a ball and keep it in play when it's coming at you like that, at that speed.
Now on the serve here for the Hawks, it's Aubrey Bankston. Goes into the net there on Virginia Voce's. Strike 16-14 Hannon. We continue to bet, actually 17-14, which slaps this one again.
Yeah, coach is saying that the ball hit the block and went over. Officials are saying, nope, it definitely didn't cross the net. It stayed on your side. That's 4 contacts, or it's out. Point for Hannon.
And Bankston now, very tough on the serve. She's very hard to handle her serves. Ooh, great dig there by Aubrey Bankston. Feehan sets it up. Oh, there it is. Bankston once again in the back.
Great communication. You see the players talking to each other in transition, making sure that everybody knows who's got that ball. Hitters can get outside. They can release. They can be ready.
Virginia Voce again on another kill here for the Yellow Jackets. point for Hannon.
We are turning this dial really quick. You're seeing rotation. Neither team is putting together long runs. It's, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, side out, 1 point, 2 point, side out.
Coverage of the 2024 Louisiana High School Athletic Association State Volleyball Championship from the Cajun Dome, brought to you by Coca-Cola and also by Farm Bureau Louisiana and by MMR and Ochsner Sports Medicine Institute and the Andrews Institute. Jeff Palermo, Robert Smith, Miranda Malone with you here for our coverage. This is the third match of the day, Division III State Championship. Hannon and Haynes Academy, as you look at the huddle there for the Yellow Jackets and their coach, Ashley Miller, in her 6th season. They got 6 seniors on this team. Coach Miller played collegiately at Valdosta State, where she earned Freshman of the Year honors in the Gulf Coast Conference. And then as a senior, she led Valdosta State to their last conference championship. So a successful volleyball player herself. Actually took over for her mother as the head coach here at Haynes Academy. Great block. Point goes to Hannon. Right there was Bailey Bevelow.
I don't know if that ball was meant to be set that far inside the antenna. It kind of ran the hitter right into the block. That ball might maybe need to be set a little bit further out.
Bree Dornick on the serve. Didn't really set up Marilyn Voce too well there, so she just had to knock it over. Let's see if they get a better, nope, they're gonna go to Virginia Voce, who finishes it off for the Yellow Jackets. Haynes Academy hanging around here, down by 3.
Beautiful roll shot you see here. Instead of taking a big swing, she takes something off of it, make sure there's a lot of top spin on it so that ball bites and dives down when it crosses over the net in front of the defense.
Ella Feehan now on the serve. They need a little bit of a run here, down 19-16, with the Hawks closing in on match point. And, or I should say set point. There is a good point there for the Yellow Jackets. Sneaky shot there from Cameron Vaughn.
You said it, they need to score a point or two here in each of their rotations to kind of bring this thing back up as we get closer to match or to set point. (19-17).
Feehan sets it up. Big time strike from Marilyn Voce.
Yeah, all that set up by a great first contact. Good pass, gives the setter plenty of options. You see here this pass by Libera Elafrian. And it's pounded into the floor.
Yeah, no chance there at all for Hannon. 1 point game. And there's no chance there for the Yellow Jackets. It's coming right back at you. It's Bailey Bevelow.
She's moving the ball to both sides. You see her turn this ball back into that right corner. We call that zone 1. Every spot on the court, it's easy to communicate with hitters. You'll see them talking to them left, right, hit, tip.
Another good point there for Bevelow. And it's now 21-18, Hannon.
Haynes really looking to side out here. And if you follow their players on the court, you see them moving in different places. They're not always in the same position. They might be a middle one time. They might be on the outside on the left side one time. They might be hitting on the right side one time. That makes it difficult on a defense to figure out where the hitters are going, where they want to go with the ball.
Granados, another varsity player since the 8th grade on the serve. Point goes to the Hawks. Another big hit.
Yeah, really getting that ball way inside that middle. Middle does a good job, right, to block that ball, but it's hit so far inside of her, really hard to defend.
Mia Phillips on the point, 22-19. Good serve there. Yellow Jackets were in a little bit of a scramble mode there. Mia Phillips trying to tap it over. They feed it to Mia again. She's blocked at the net, but it goes out of bounds. Point to Hannon. Timeout called by Haynes. 23-19. Coming up, it's going to be the Division II state championship match between St. Thomas More and Ben Franklin. Usually it's St. Thomas More and Turlings Catholic, but we got St. Thomas More taking on Ben Franklin in our next match at 4:30, Robert.
I'm here all day. I get to watch great volleyball from great teams from 9 o'clock this morning until whatever time I get out of here tonight. That's another one that I'm looking forward to. St. Thomas More, can they continue this level of dominance that they've been for the past few years? Can Ben Franklin find a way to upset?
Jessica Burke at St. Thomas More, what a job she has done. Up for National Coach of the Year. And for the Hawks, they have a great coach as well, Rebecca Bonifay. She says this is a team that's just a lot of fun to be around. Talked about how serving and defense and ball control were going to be keys here today. Her squad is up by 4 in the opening set of this Division III state championship game. The libero on the serve, Ashley Lewis. Ashley Lewis, a good dig in the back. There's Mia once again. Mia Phillips finishing this opening set off strong, and it is set point now for the defending champs in Division III.
That's a really good, well-struck ball. Going to have to defend that better with your left inside hand. Marilyn Voce is the middle. She's got to drop her left hand, see if she can get a piece of it, slow it down for her defense.
Again, this is set point. Mia Phillips, there's another one, but that time it was digged out by Cameron Vaughn, and it's going to be a point for the Yellow Jackets. So Haynes Academy still alive here in this opening set.
Hannon players, you can see him talking to the R1. They thought that she held the ball a little bit too long, looking for the lift call. Referee does not agree.
Virginia Voce with the point.
At this point, you need a good point. Who are you going to go to? You're going to go to one of your top players. Virginia Voce delivers a rocket down the line.
She's been a starting outside hitter since the 8th grade. Just so fun to watch. Has done a great job this year. As I mentioned, very level-headed, phenomenal passer as well, and can play outstanding defense. Here's a look at the bracket and how we got here again. A couple of 5-set matches in the semifinals. You don't normally see that type of competitiveness in the semifinal round for these two top seeds to get to the championship match.
Volleyball, and I've said this all day, volleyball is getting more and more competitive. There are more and more good teams. It becomes less about who the better team is and more about who's the better team on a particular day. You look at that top 8 at any of the divisions, any of those teams could be here on Saturday.
We saw an 8 seed in the last matchup. North Lake Christian defeated Dunham. Last year, these two teams, again, they met in the quarterfinals. Hannon was a 1 seed, Haynes Academy a 3, and it went 5 sets. That is set point. Beautifully done there for the Hawks. As that was Mia Phillips who really finished that opening set, Robert. Got several kills down the stretch, and it's 25-21 is how it all ends up in the opening set. The Archbishop Hannon Hawks, state champs in 2023. They're 2 sets away from winning again.
The LHSAA Network is your home for the state football championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Top-seeded Archbishop Hannan Hawks get the win in set number 1, 25-21. For more on that opening set, here's McKenna Malone.
Both teams here are really well balanced with their offense, their defense, spreading it around. You see Haynes kind of mixing up their defensive players and their offensive players to try and give Hannan another look at something that they haven't seen before. Haynes has really powerful hitters, but Hannan is doing really well at getting a hand on their swings and trying to slow that ball down. Both teams has had some really good defense, and we're rarely seeing the ball hit the floor without someone getting a touch on it. Back to y'all.
Good observations there for McKenna. What did you think of the opening set, Robert?
I think a 25-21 set. We saw great ball control. Echoing what McKenna said, we saw hitters all over the place on both sides. At this point, it's still anybody's game. Both of them went 5 in the semifinals. They probably both expected to go multiple sets today. If I'm Haynes, I just keep doing what I'm doing. If I'm Hannan, I just keep doing what I'm doing. It doesn't change anything for anybody.
All right, we're ready for action here in the second set. It will be Hannan who will be getting the opening serve here in the second set. And it's Miranda Holenchek who will serve it to get us underway. From the Cajun Dome here, Holenchek certainly a leader, brings a lot of energy to this Hannan team. She is the emotional leader in the sense she can lift everybody up during a down point. Oh, good opening point there. Just a little tap there for Marilyn Voce.
Everybody's so used to the big swing out of these Voce girls. They're not afraid to mix it up with the soft stuff too.
A little bit of a change up there. Now it's going to be Isabella Granados on the serve. Big strike there once again as Bailey Bevelow, she continues to bring it. Very tough to stop at the net. You really got to challenge her.
Yeah, she saw no block, went up for the big swing, ended up arm in the net. You see it right there. Unfortunate error, point for Haynes.
So 2-0. There's a point as Bailey Bevelow that time does not end up in the net.
And prior to that, you saw Mia Phillips on the outside hitting the ball. We talked about this, you know, that left hand of hers, the ball travels further. The defense is looking for a ball to be struck earlier from that side, causing some problems. We've seen her really work some balls cross court and score for them.
Oh, miscommunication there by Haynes leads to a free point for the Hawks.
I wasn't sure who it was, but I heard somebody call, I got it. And then I think somebody moved and just some miscommunication.
Avery Lewis on the serve. Just got over the net for a point there for the Hawks. Avery Lewis winning right, or living right.
We've seen Hannon use that short serve, particularly against this rotation where Maryland's a front row player, but she has pulled back passing in the middle.
Good block, but it's still alive. The strike there and a point for Marilyn Voce.
So far this game, she's been hitting balls to her right. This time she turns that ball, goes back to the left, finds a big hole in the court.
3-3 our score. Marilyn Voce on the serve, and that's going to be an ace.
Coach Bonafi encouraging her players, go for that ball. It's still in play.
Oh, and then her sister, Virginia Voce, gets the point.
You don't always have to use all three contacts. She's able to go up. You can double any first contact. It wasn't a clean release out of her hands, but it doesn't matter. That's how the game is played now.
Nice tip there and a point. Excellent execution from Hannon's Josie Pathamathan. And it's now 5-4 to score. And Josie will serve it here. Super athletic player, super smart. A lot of fun to watch out on the court. Another left-handed hitter here for the Hawks. Big strike, but somehow still alive here after Virginia Voce really drilled that one, and that one sneaks in on the line. So that's a point for the Hawks. Terrific finish once again for Hannon, as that was Mia Phillips.
I think Haynes kind of slowed down. I thought they kind of looked like they thought it was going to be a double call. There was no whistle. Looked like they kind of hesitated a minute.
This is Virginia Voce. Great job on the save there for Hannon. Getting down was Miranda Holenchek. That's too far. And it's going to be a point to Haynes, who now has a 1-point lead.
We've seen a few more hitting errors as we've kind of gotten into this late part of the first set, early second set. Hitters getting caught up in some of these long rallies, forgetting to transition or not able to transition as deep.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Excellent point for Reese Foster for Hannon.
Yeah, you look at that right between the two blockers. Huge hole for her to just drive that ball into. If that block doesn't get there, somebody's got to step up in there defensively and try to keep that ball off the floor.
Reese Foster, one of the several terrific seniors. That block goes out of bounds. Point to Haynes. And Haynes regains the lead here, 7-6.
And I think if Haynes, can get their middles established a little bit, open up their hitters on the outside, and the right side's really going to be a benefit for them.
Vaughn, another good strike there by Virginia Voce, but Haynes defends it very well. Got to just knock it over, and the Yellow Jackets able to do it. And the point's going to go to Haynes. That was Sky Lewis who skied up there to get the point.
Like I said, you get those middles going, you get them involved. When they're involved, it opens everything up. They become more vocal. They become a greater focal point for the defense.
Sky Lewis, a phenomenal blocker. You just saw it there. She got another one. Sky Lewis, state champion high jumper. She jumps higher than every girl on the court. And back-to-back points here for Sky Lewis.
Just as you were saying it, too. Talking about a block, she comes through with another one.
9-6, there she is again. But this time the Hawks able to regroup. Out. A little bit too far. Good idea there by Miranda Holenchek, and a nice run here for the Yellow Jackets. Timeout. Hannon wants to talk about it.
And you wonder how much those 3 or 4 blocks we saw in a row affected that hitter's mentality and not going for it. Sometimes you get blocked, you get a little bit frustrated. You start to try to do something a little bit too much.
Well, we had not really mentioned Sky Lewis's name at all in this match, and she comes up with back-to-back points and a little bit of a momentum builder here for Haynes Academy. The Division III State Volleyball Championship match on the LHSAA Network, brought to you by Dino's Pizza like no other. And also brought to you by Farm Bureau, Louisiana. Also brought to you by MMR and Ochsner, proud sponsor of all Louisiana High School Athletic Association championship events. Go ahead, Robert.
I was going to say, I had some of that Dino's Pizza for lunch. First time I've had it. Won't be the last. Boy, that was good.
You just got a chance to look at Coach Ashley Miller. Her mother, Dolly, is helping as an assistant this season. They also have Marianne Marino, a veteran coach, as an assistant. 10-6 is our score, and a much-needed point there for Hannon getting the kill. That was Riley Schubert.
And that's what you want after coming out of a timeout. You know, you give your players a chance to take a break. You talk about what you're seeing in front of you, what you want to run, what rotations you're in. Great execution.
Riley Schubert, a lefty middle who can jump well as well. She's someone that has really improved as the season has gone along. Hannon here going to be a tough chance to get a point, so it's going to give the Yellow Jackets a chance to set something up.
These Yellow Jackets, they hit the ball so hard.
And then they can show you some soft stuff too. That's just a little bit out. Good try there by Virginia Voce, but she just missed that outside line.
Yeah, and she knew where she was going with it. She was trying to go deep in the zone one. It's a great idea. There was nobody there, just a little bit too wide.
10-8. Haynes Academy still up by 2 here. Too long. Virginia Voce, ferocious strike.
And right away, she's telling her teammates, hey, I got that, right? That's on me. I'm going to take care of this.
Well, you get a sense of why Rebecca Bonifay has been so successful, right? She called the timeout at the right time, and that's going to go a little bit too long. That ended a run of 5 in a row by the Hawks.
Yeah, 5-point runs at this it's a big deal. You know, like if they figure out a way, if Haynes can figure out a way to side out at 2 or 3 points, makes a big difference in the scoring runs.
And it's going to be a point to Hannon. All right, Robert, I missed that. What's the reason for the point?
I didn't see the call.
Did somebody go underneath the net? Maybe somebody
in the net.
Yep. Well, okay.
Yep. R2 said in the net.
So it's 11-10. That one is in the net. Point to Hannon, and they have tied it up. Granados' swing ended up in the net. 11-11 is our score. Hannon won the opening set, 25-21.
These Haynes hitters are hitting the ball so hard. And then when they follow up with something short like that, it's really, really hard as a defense to kind of deal with it.
That's 4 hits for for Hannon, and Haynes gets the point. And re-entering is Layla Frito for Haynes. Sky Lewis checking out. Actually, Layla Frito came out. The libero, Ella Feehan, on the serve. Great dig going down low, Virginia Voce. From the back, that's McKenna Board. The little tip didn't work out too well for Bevelo. That was Hornacek with the attempt there for Hannon. Great job on the dig there from Marley Bakeston. We still go on here. The libero on the pass, Lewis. Great job defensively there by Voce with the tap, and it's a point for the Yellow Jackets, Marilyn Voce.
It's a test of your conditioning for both teams as those rallies get long, because you are working at maximum effort for that whole, whatever it might be, 20 seconds, 40 seconds, 60 seconds, changing directions, having to play offense, having to play defense. So much to manage in those long rallies.
That one ends up in the net. And it's now 14-11. Hannon starting to separate it again. Remember, it was a 10-5 lead here for Haynes, and it slipped away.
That's a great job right there by Cameron Vaughn to get to that ball. It's tight to the net. She stays out of the net. She doesn't go across the center line. She's able to deliver a ball to her hitter. Really, really good job by the setter.
15-11. Falling down and getting the dig was Feehan. Good block at the middle there by Bebelo. Let's see if they get it. Oh, and a nice point there. Excellent job there by Josie Patamathon.
Nice little run by Haynes. They didn't air themselves out of it. Hannon finds a point. Now can they go on their run?
15-12. From the back, and that one is out. And Haynes starting to separate it even more now, 16-12.
Yeah, you saw where that ball was set. It's kind of behind Virginia Voce. She wasn't able to get over the top of the ball, right? Hit it down into the court. She was underneath it. I'm sure we'd like to see that ball set again. Keep it out in front of her, let her go up and take a big rep.
Needed point there for the Yellow Jackets. 16-13 is our score.
So on this court, you can play balls all the way to the end of this court as long as you've got 1 foot on it. Ball like that, no chance anybody can get to it. That ball was hit 15 feet outside the court.
Isabella Granados on the serve. Free ball opportunity here for the Yellow Jackets. And a great block. Bebelo was in on that along with Josie. Josie now with the pass. Big strike there. Handled though by the Yellow Jackets. From the back, that's Virginia Voce. Josie with the pass. And the point gonna go to Bebelo. 16.
Ella Feehan was in a great position to dig this ball until it hit the block's hands and changed direction. She was ready to gobble that ball up, get her team back into their offense.
On the serve here, this will be Avery Lewis. She's a junior, the libero.
This is where we've seen them use that short serve. There it is right there.
On the good call there, Marilyn Voce. Hannon, though, still in business, and they get the point. Josie Patamathon has been a much more of a factor here in the second set, and Hannon leading it by 1, 16-15. Timeout going to be called. And everybody gets a chance to catch their breath. Had a great opening set. It was 25-21. And you take a look at the Division III all-academic team for the 2024 Louisiana High School Athletic Association championships here. There's a look at all of them. Congratulations to all these young women who ended up finishing off or will be finishing off their senior year with a 4.0 GPA.
A lot of smart players in volleyball. I think I'd have to add 2 semesters together to get a 4.0.
All right, so what do you need to see from Haynes here in the final stages of the second set, and the same thing here for Hannon?
Well, I think Haynes is up by 1, right? So there's no need to panic. It's pretty much a tie game. I think Haynes needs to just find a way to side out on some of these longer runs that Hannon's been able to put together. And if you're Hannon, I think they're starting to affect the hitters with some of their block. So can they get a couple here and there, just 1 or 2 extra points from that block?
that's going to be a point going to Haynes. And they extend their lead by 2. Another ferocious hit and a swing by Marilyn Voce.
We got a shoelace that came undone over there. You see here, Hannon is passing a huge portion of the court with just 2 players. That shows a lot of confidence in your libero to cover that much court.
18-15. Haynes trying to even this match up at 1 apiece. And the point's going to go to Hannon, winning that battle. That was Phillips against Virginia Voce.
Yeah, you see that left hand, the right side of the court, that's where left-handers want to hit. That's their strong side. They're able to rotate their body, drive through that ball. Right-handed hitters have a harder time on that side of the court, so that's definitely an advantage for her.
Here comes Virginia Voce. A little bit of a change up there. Softer hit. That's a big strike. Outstanding job by Reese Foster.
We seem to call her name when they're looking for a big point.
Yes. And just when you thought Haynes was starting to extend it a little bit, all of a sudden you get a big point. And it's a 1-point match here in the second set.
Well, Hannon is setters in the back row. So they're gonna have 3 hitters.
Yellow Jackets working it around well. Virginia Voce. Little tap there. Virginia Voce kept it alive. Now the Hawks can set it up. And the block goes out of bounds. Terrific job. Mia Phillips, another point.
And you can see in that rotation, it looks like they're trying to get Virginia over there to block on the right side, but the pace of play is so fast that they haven't had time for her and Cameron Vaughn to switch. We've seen them do that before, and see if they do that here.
Off
if they
the
get this
tape
ball.
on the serve. Let's see if Mia Phillips gets involved here on this one. No. Big hit from the outside, as that was Cameron Vaughn. And 19-18 Haynes.
Setting the right side here. Great job. Sets her feet up and down the line.
Hila Fridu on the serve. Uh-oh, in trouble here is Hannon. Nothing happening there. Can't have really any unforced errors in this late stage. 20-18.
Yeah, substitution here for Hannon. Didn't catch who that was that came in.
Fridu on the serve. Oh, she hits it into the net. 1-point game in the second set.
Looks like that was Goldie Lowe that came in, number 20.
Now on the serve here for Hannon. It's going to be Marley Bankston. Yeah, Goldie Lowe is a big-time hustler for this Hannon team. Really battles, and the Yellow Jackets get another point, 21-19.
The Yellow Jackets kind of get away with one right there. They had 2 players run into the same zone and hit the same ball. Fortunate we didn't have a collision or any kind of violation, net violation, center line violation.
Well, this is the time of the year where it's the championships in the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. Of course, 5 state volleyball championships today. And then we have cross country on Monday in Natchitoches, and then the Prep Football Classic in the middle of December. You can catch all the action on the LHSAA network, the NFHS network, and for those that want to watch it on TV, Cox Cable Channel 4 on YurView in the New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Lafayette markets. 21-19. What is Haynes doing a little bit better in this second set, Robert, that has them having the lead this late in the second set.
I think the difference between the first and second set is razor thin. We saw a 25-21 score in that first set. We got 21-19 here. We could potentially end up with the same score. It's that close. I think the thing that they've done is they have blocked a few more balls in this second set than Hannon has.
Illegal touch. Couple of unforced errors here down the end for Hannon. It's now 22-19. And that gives Cameron Vaughn another opportunity to serve.
And if it hadn't been for the illegal touch, who's there blocking that ball? Sky Lewis,
yes.
number 5.
Got it past Sky Lewis there. Yellow Jackets having the scramble. Knocking it over is Marilyn Voce.
A little bit of an out-of-system ball here. Let's see if Hannon can keep it alive.
Point for Sky Lewis, and Virginia Voce was there as well. 23-19 Haynes.
Yeah, they think Hannon probably wanted a better first contact there. You got the libero having to set a ball. You'd rather be in system, being able to run your middle. Ball like that, you can only go maybe one of two places.
Good serve by Cameron Vaughn. On the tap, good job saving it was Ella Feehan. Now the Hawks can run something. Uh-oh, Virginia Voce. Can Hannon keep it alive here? They got to knock it over, and they do. Free ball.
Yep, absolutely. Here, who are they going to give it to?
Sky Lewis. And it's a point for Haynes. It is set point now for the Yellow Jackets.
You know, and Virginia Voce becomes such a focal point that sometimes you can get too focused on her and forget about some of the other hitters.
Cameron Vaughn has been serving it well here down the late stages. Again, set point coming up here for the Yellow Jackets. Virginia Voce tried to finish it off. Let's see if they set up Virginia again. Nope. Great block there by
nice touch.
Hannon. Virginia just got to knock it over. Free ball coming up here. The libero handling it. Oh boy, can they keep it alive? Tough play here for Haynes. The tap, and it's a point for Hannon. Great job, great effort by both teams. Reese Foster again, getting the point when they needed it.
She just knows how to get it done in those big moments. Something we've seen in this rally is a big high ball. We saw a big high free ball, big high ball off the block. That's something that this arena provides that you don't find in every gym across the state.
Aubrey Bankston on the serve. Virginia Voce trying to, almost like a cut shot there. Sky Lewis with the tap. She is met at the net though by Bevolo. And Hannon not going down without a fight here in this second set. Timeout. Good timeout here for Haynes.
Absolutely. You still got 3 points, right? Like, let the pressure stay on the Hannon side of the net. They've got to be able to first serve the ball over the net before anything else. You've had a great ball control. Your setters are setting good balls. Like, you've got to be confident in that huddle. In the Hannon huddle, right? Hey, we haven't played maybe as well as we've wanted to in this second set, but we are here at the end. We've got an opportunity, right? It's one contact at a time. Let's serve the ball. Let's play defense.
Rebecca Bonifay, the head coach. And now we go over to Haynes. As they are 1 point away here from winning the second set. There's a look at Rebecca Bonifay. Wanted to get this note in there. You're talking about someone that's won 5 state championships in 24 seasons as a head coach. She also won a state crown at St. Louis Catholic in 2006 to go along with the 4 that she's won here at Hannon. Aubrey Bankston on the serve. Easy point for Hannon as Haynes was scrambling off the serve after the first touch. Getting the point again, Bevolo. 24-22.
You wonder if you don't see a short serve. That's something that they've shown, and Haynes has struggled with it a little bit.
And it's set point. That's it. Haynes gets it. It was deflected out. And Haynes holds on here and gets a victory in set 2. These two played a 5-set match in the postseason. And here they are, all tied up in 1 set apiece after 2 sets from the Cajun Dome.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
Haynes has tied up this Division III state championship match by winning the second set 25-22. Let's hear more from McKenna Malone.
Both of these teams are feeling the pressure right now for sure, but Haynes has been doing a really good job at kind of taking the lead and creating that space and leaving room to where they can make errors. Hannon their outsides were really finding that line in the the beginning of the second set, but Haynes started shutting down the hitters and forcing them to find other ways to score. Regardless of the score, Haynes hitters aren't letting off the gas, and that's what's creating that big space and really helped them to win that second set.
Thank you very much, McKenna. Again, these two battled in a 5-set match in the quarterfinals last year, with Hannon winning and then going on to win a state championship. These two also met in the regular season, and it was all Hannon. Hannon won in 2 sets. Wasn't really even close, 25-14, 25-13, but apparently Haynes Academy learned a lot from that matchup in the regular season.
Yeah, I would love to watch some of that film from that game and see what the difference was. Was it maybe there were players out? Were they running something different offensively or defensively? Maybe it was just Hannon was really on and Haynes was really off.
Yeah. All right, so for Hannon, what do they need to do here to win set number 3 in your mind?
I go back to the difference between the first and second set between these two teams is pretty small, right? Who can manage a few less errors? Who can find a little bit of a play here and there? I'd like to see Hannon use that short serve a little bit more. That's something that seems to be giving Haynes some problems. And then obviously you've got to keep track of Virginia Voce, because she is a problem wherever she's hitting on the net. They want to get her the ball. So the more hands you can get in front of her, the better.
Virginia and Marilyn Voce, two sisters playing their final match together. As Feehan, the libero, checks in, Sky Lewis will step out here for the opening of this 3rd set.
I think Haynes has got to continue to dig balls. Hannon is moving balls all over the court really well, and Haynes has done a good job of getting some transition attacks out of it.
Illegal touch. Quick point there for Haynes.
We talked about Reese Foster coming through with some big points. In the quarterfinal match, she had 13 kills against Westlake. She's going to have to continue to have that kind of game, be a big impact for them.
Bailey Bevelo got the point there for Hannon. 1-1 on the serve here for Hannon. It's Miranda Holenchek. Point goes to Haynes.
Block was up a little bit late. You saw the ball. If you watch this, the ball hits the top of her hands and goes way out.
Isabel Granados. Not much spin on that serve. And another kill for Phillips. Mia Phillips makes it a 2-2 game here in the third set.
You look at how big these players are in the front row. You know, Mia Phillips, big, tall lefty. Obviously, you've got the Voce twins on the other side. They're playing so high above the net.
Oh, tough chance here for Cameron Vaughn. And yeah, not much he could do there after the bad pass.
And almost found a way for it to fall. That ball was only out by maybe a foot or so.
That was a good shot. Good try there by Cameron Vaughn. Little tap and scrambling. It's going to lead to a point for the Haynes Yellow Jackets. Good job there. Good resourcefulness there by Marilyn Voce.
Almost a kick save over there. I saw this foot comes flying out of nowhere.
Well, they used to play hockey in this arena, so maybe it'd be appropriate. Great block there. Borg was there along with Virginia Voce. Let's see if they get it to Virginia Voce. Here she comes, a little tap. Good block though for Hannon, as up there was Schubert.
Both those teams with second team chances off of coverage.
Trying to set something up here for Mia. The left-handed hitter gets a point.
Both teams getting blocked, digging the ball out of the block in coverage, getting their hit is another effort. Really good fundamental volleyball right there.
We're all tied up in one. I tell you, this has been an even match all the way throughout. 4-3 is our score. In the third set, Virginia Voce, a big strike, but there was Holenchek. And they get the point. Mia Phillips starting to heat up there up that left side. She is so tough to stop.
She has worked this portion of the court. You watch her go up here, turn this ball all the way across back into zone 4. Really, really hard to stop, obviously, because she has scored almost at will with that shot.
Power there from Virginia Voce. And when she gets it over the blocker's hands like that, then that's very tough for the defense to try to prevent that one from falling in.
Yeah, you're looking for a ball to be pulled down into the court, hit further into the middle. When she hits it off those hands and it goes flying out the back, almost impossible to get a hand on it.
Great serve by Frito, forcing Holenchek to go down on the floor. Here's Virginia, another one for Virginia Voce.
When you can hit a ball hard like that, it allows all those secondary shots, tips and rolls and off-speed things to work. If you can't hit a ball like that, all that other stuff doesn't work very well. So she's got a good mix going on.
Virginia Voce heading to UAB to play beach volleyball. Little tap there. And that's going to be a point for Hannon. Scoring there was Mia Phillips. Mia Phillips will sit here. She was going to end up in the back as a result of the rotation. On the serve is Bankston. Sky Lewis gets the point.
I think she's going to have to be a key piece moving forward in this match for Haynes. She's shown she can make an effect at the net with her blocking. They're going to need her offense too a little bit.
6-6 is our score. Good serve by Cameron Vaughn. She had a great rally at the end of the second set. Into the net, right? Or was it out?
Off the antenna.
Off the antenna, yep. So Hannon gets the point. They lead at 7-6.
So those antennas stick up. They are in line with the white sideline that goes all the way around the court. Anything that's touching them or outside of them is an out-of-bounds call.
Bankston, an excellent server. And the point is going to go to Haynes as Virginia Voce powers another point through.
And that's like looking at a Nolan Ryan fastball right there.
You're right. You're exactly right.
You know it's coming, and it's still hard to get a piece of.
7-7 our score in the third set. All evened up at 1 set apiece. Good strike there by Marilyn Voce. Voce now on the pass. She's going to get it back. And Marilyn Voce's got herself a kill.
Most of what we've seen her doing is been working in the middle as a middle hitter. But when Sky Lewis and her are in the front row, Marilyn gets to be on the outside. Gives her a few more hitting options that she has in the middle. A different look.
Virginia Voce lost one to the Hannon Hawks. Little tap. This is going to give a chance. Going down for the dig there was Josie. The pass here. Little tap from Virginia Voce. Big strike out from Reese Foster. Oh, wait a minute. What did they got? A net violation? And Virginia Voce wants to ask the head referee, who was that on? And it looked like Maryland saying it was a good call. So 8-8 is our score.
I love watching these two defenses.
Yep, they get after it.
They really, really do. They have bodies flying everywhere.
And nicely executed tap there, but a good save from Bankston. Here comes Marilyn Voce. Great block, though, as Patha Matang was there. Out of bounds. It's going to go to Haynes as they've regained the lead here in this third set.
Back and forth, just like the first two sets.
And that's going to be out. Point is going to go to Haynes.
Haynes was trying to get there. Just a little bit wide on that ball. It's a great look at it on the replay.
Ella Feehan on the serve here. Feehan will pass it off.
It's a great dig right there. It gives you a chance to get a good ball to a hitter.
And it was a good job there for Hannon as they able to get the points. Or the point, I should say. 10-9. Haynes still leading though. Holencheck will have the serve. Set it up for Marilyn Voce. Mia. Good job by Virginia Voce. Good block, but it goes out of bounds. Isabella Granados getting the point.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, both these setters, both of them play all the way around, both Vaughn and Granados. So not only do they have to defend and hit, they also have to set when they're in the back row.
Haynes leading by 2 over Hannon, the defending state champs. And now it's only a 1-point match here in the third set as Bevelo Another kill for her.
And that's a great choice right there. Finding the mismatch, bigger hitter, smaller blocker, taking advantage of that opportunity.
Avery Lewis will have the serve. Virginia Voce, and that's going to go out. Holencheck unable to handle it. Ends up knocking it out. And Virginia Voce gets the point. Or excuse me, Marilyn Voce. Good left-handed strike again from Mia Phillips. Been very consistent here. Actually, excuse me, that was Riley Schubert. I saw the left arm swing and I thought that was Mia, but it is Riley Schubert.
There are so many lefties on that side of the court.
Yeah.
I think you got probably 3 on the court at the same time.
Point's going to go to Hannon.
Yeah, double contact. That's pretty obvious, pretty clear right there.
Tied at 12. Panther Thong on the serve here. Virginia Voce. Hannon's got to get it over, and it's going to end up being a point for the Haynes Hawks, or Haynes Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, center line violation. Those balls that are close to the net, so tough to get in there. You got no room for error on the net side of that ball. And you see right here, she makes a play and steps right under the net.
Yep, good call there by the official. Good pass, and that's going to be a point. Coming up big there was Schubert. Schubert gets a much needed point to tie this thing back up. 13 apiece in the third set. Wow, big time swing there from Virginia Voce.
Just a ton of self-confidence. Like, she knows if she gets a ball like that, no block, that she's gonna score.
14-13. Vaughn with the serve. First touch was by Avery Lewis. Oh, nice job there. Got it in barely, but Riley Schubert got the point.
Oh, that is a great swing down the line. Outside the block, between the block and the antenna. Really small window to hit through.
Yep, not much room there, but she was able to make it work, and now it's Aubrey Bankston. And it just goes out. So close. Point to Hannon, and Hannon has taken the lead here in the third set.
Well, when you've seen so many of those balls hit in, it's hard to, in that short moment, to make a decision to let that ball go or play it.
And a nice point there for Haynes to tie this thing up at 15.
I think this match is turning out to be everything that people expected it would be.
Thought it could go 5 sets. It's got that feel to it. Good dig there by Virginia Voce. Nice job by Josie. Neither one can really get their offense going here on this set.
Net on somebody.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Hannon was in the net. And that's the way the officials saw it as well. Point going to go to Haynes.
You see how tight that ball is. That set's too tight. Blockers are trying to go up, make a play. Hitters trying to go up and make a play. Sometimes you get everybody in the net.
Good block there. Marilyn Voce was there. A great dig from Bankston. The tap sets it up here. This is Marilyn Voce just a little bit too long, and she can't believe it. Very close.
That was close. I hope we get a look at that one.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Have to get some of those players out of the way next time.
Bree Dornan on the serve. Marilyn Voce with the tap. And it's going to get across. Wasn't the biggest strike of the day today from Bailey Bevelo, but it was very effective.
That ball hit the tape and rolled a 1.5 or 2 feet. You'll see it right here. Bonk. Just changes his trajectory a little bit.
Dornan's got an ace. And it's 18-16. Bree Doran, who had to sit out about a year and a half because of an injury. And she's been a nice spark for the team this year. 18-16 is Hannon has been able to make a run here to take the lead and lead by 2. Let's go back to that Marilyn Voce strike. Was it in or was it out? We get a better look right here. Man, that's in.
That looks like it's on the line, yeah.
That is in.
But you know, where you're standing makes such a big difference. Your perspective on the ball. Obviously, the line judge didn't see it on the line. From that camera angle, it did. And we're seeing that in the college game now. You know, most of these arenas have cameras on the lines. But sometimes the ball is moving so fast, it's kind of hard to determine what a blur does or doesn't do. Obviously, in high school, no replay.
Yeah. But you would love to have a challenge or two in your back pocket, wouldn't you, in a state championship?
Yes, you would. We've seen that in football.
Yeah, right. So Bree Dornan with another serve. This time handled a lot better by the Yellow Jackets. And a great block. Huge block there by Bevelo.
Ooh. Straight down. Great positioning. Had seen that she liked to probably go that way a lot. Dove into that angle.
Another block, but it goes out of bounds. Point goes to Haynes.
Sometimes you can use that block to your advantage. That block didn't get squeezed back into the court. It was facing out the court, so a ball off their hands is naturally going to go out. Anything that lands on the line or in is a point.
Got to knock it over. Bevelo again. Another point.
On the slide, something we haven't seen a lot of out of Haynes. You see her go behind the setter, running a short little slide. A new little wrinkle, maybe something Hannon can start to mix in a little bit and find some success with that.
Bevelo, the 6'1" middle blocker, won a state championship last year. She's also won an AAU national championship. Coming up big in his third set as Hannon has extended its lead to 3. Little tap. Boy, do the Yellow Jackets need a point here. It's going to be just up to Avery Lewis to knock it over. And there's Bevelo again. Up by 4 are the Hawks. Huge play here. Wow.
What a heads-up play. You see Bevelo just go up and flip it back down. Too many times hitters try to go up and hit that ball instead of just blocking that ball, changing the direction of it. Really heads-up play.
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive here from her. As Bevelo has kind of taken over here in this match. And it's allowed Hannon to take a 4-point lead. 21-17 as they look to take a 2-1 lead in this Division III state championship game. Last year, Hannon, they cruised to a state championship. in the finals, beating Edie White in straight sets. Really the only team that gave them any kind of problems in the postseason last year when they won a state title was this Haynes Academy squad. As we mentioned, it went 5 sets in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, these two teams very familiar with each other.
Miranda Holenchek with the serve. Point, that's what you needed. Somebody to step up, and it was Granados.
Yep, coming out of a timeout. What a great response. Well, you got, if you're Haynes, you got one more rotation, and you get Sky Lewis back in the front row. She's a big block option for you.
And another point. Digging down deep is Haynes. Marilyn Voce got the point. Big smile on her face.
And for Hannon, you've got a front row setter. You're running a 5-1, so you've got a hitter on the outside, a hitter on the right. What does Bevelo do? Does she stay on the right side? Does she come inside and hit in the middle?
Well, how about you try Mia Phillips? But Haynes defended that very well. And the point going to the Yellow Jackets. Marilyn Voce now stepping up big. And we got another timeout. Marilyn Voce getting back-to-back points here for Haynes Academy.
Going to Mia Phillips there has been a good option. She has scored and scored and scored cross court. Looked like she tried to go line there. Block was in a great position.
Well, our coverage of the Division III State Championship game from the Cajun Dome brought to you by Coca-Cola. Also brought to you by Farm Bureau. And also brought to you by MMR. And of course, Ochsner. You're watching the LHSAA Network. Glad you could join us. Jeff Palermo, Robert Smith, and McKenna Malone from Lafayette, Louisiana. On the campus of University of Louisiana at Lafayette. And we've seen these Haynes sisters really perform very well here. Again, Virginia, a senior, she is headed to UAB to play beach volleyball. They started playing together when Virginia was in the 8th grade, Maryland was in the 7th grade, and here they are competing in the state championship game, probably playing together competitively for the final time. More Marilyn Voce, but right there defensively was Holbrook. In, point, Haynes, excuse me, Hannon, point Hannon, 22-20.
That's a great job you see in that front row. When you've only got 2 hitters, it's a little bit easier to cue in on them defensively, to work that ball outside the block right to the edge of the court. There's that short serve that's been giving them so much trouble in that rotation.
All she could do is Virginia Voce knock it back. Setting it up. Big hit there. And that's going to be a kill for Hannon. Getting the point. Riley Schubert.
Another lefty.
23-20. Hannon closing in on a 3rd set victory.
And do we see another short serve here?
Got to be ready for it if you're the Yellow Jackets. There defensively was Holenchek, but you can't handle it. Kind of knocked her backward. Another big kill for Marilyn Voce. She's been huge here down the stretch in the 3rd set.
Well, and this is what they need. You know, these beach players are used to hitting that big, high ball. It's not a concern for them. Some people struggle with the timing of that. Beach players tend to be a little bit more comfortable with that kind of ball.
We got set point coming up as Mia Phillips got the kill there. 24-21.
She really has been unstoppable for the Hawks today, whether she's hitting on the outside or the right side. You see here she's going to transition and go to the outside.
Virginia Voce, big hit, but the point goes to Hannon and they win the 3rd set. Great defense at the net for the Hawks, and they're one set away from winning another state championship. 2 sets to 1. Watch the defense here by Hannon, the huge block, the point for Riley Schubert.
Love did this. This is love's fault, and it hurts. It's devastating. But you always come back for more. What else gets you up this early? What else makes you feel this wild, this ecstatic, this focused, this obsessed? Has to be love. It's in your soul, your head, your heart, your hands. You love the game. It's your nature. Nothing is more real.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Back here at the Cajun Dome, a beautiful day on a Saturday afternoon in Lafayette, Louisiana. Jeff Palermo, Robert Smith, and let's bring in the third member of our broadcast team, McKenna Malone.
During this set, you could really see Hannon starting to utilize their middles more, which kind of helped them win that third set and take the lead 2-1. This match is really a game of who's going to make the most errors, and Haynes isn't waiting for Hannon to make those errors. They're going out and earning these points. The Voce sisters are lifting the team up in every aspect, and the communication between them never stops, which is something that most teams tend to struggle with. Both these teams are very disciplined in their defense, which is what puts the pressure on the other team. Back to y'all.
Well, here we go, one set away, at least for Hannon. For Haynes, they got to try to figure out a way to muster up something here and force a fifth and final set.
Well, I think the balance that Hannon is showing, setting hitters, multiple hitters at various positions, puts a lot of pressure on that Haynes defense to have to manage that. It's a little bit maybe easier for Hannon because you know they want to get it to the Voce sisters. You know Sky Lewis is somebody they want to get it to. They're not setting a whole lot of other people, so it allows you defensively to key a little bit more on what the other team wants to do. And I think Hannon has benefited from that.
All right, getting all the last substitutions, getting the lineup straight here for this fourth set of the Division III State Championship match. It's going to be Hannon who will serve to get things underway. And it's going to be Miranda Holacek. From the back, oh, powerful hit by Marilyn Voce. And it was all set up by the great defense from Virginia to get the save.
Yeah, and we've seen Maryland go that way, go to the right, go to the right, go to the right so much. Maybe something we start to see those Hannon middles drop their hands to their left and try to cut some of that off.
Isabella Granados on the serve, a little tap, but recovered well by Cameron Vaughn. Uh-oh, Mia Phillips though didn't come with the big swing. There's the big swing, out of bounds, and it's going to go to Haynes. And Marilyn Voce has been playing outstanding volleyball here down the stretch.
Don't just pay attention to her older sister. The junior is every bit of deserving of the time she's getting.
Both those sisters are just so athletic, and that one goes into the net. Another point for Haynes. These are two that Also played other sports growing up. Marilyn was a softball player. Virginia, she enjoyed gymnastics.
I think these kids that play multiple sports, especially early on, learn to play different roles, learn how to use their body in different ways, right?
Yep.
It's such an advantage.
Maryland has another year to play here. Maryland has no plans to play college. That's going to be out. Finally, Hannon gets a point. They're down 4-1 now here in this fourth set.
Yeah, and I think that ball would have been out if they'd have just let it go. I think errors in this set are going to be a big deal. That's something we're going to have to keep an eye on, is how many errors do each team have. That could be the tell of the tape here.
Avery Lewis to serve. Just over the net. Great job by Holchek. And then Mia Phillips got it in. But out. Wow. I was looking at the other official. I thought she was going to say it was in, but no. Virginia Voce blocked. Here comes Mia Phillips. In the back there was Marilyn Voce to her sister, who finishes it off. Virginia Voce. Good strong start here in the fourth set for Haynes.
She hits such a heavy ball with top spin. Really hard to sometimes get behind that ball.
Wow, that's impressive. As Virginia and Marilyn Voce have been so impressive.
And I think if you're Hannon, the thing you're talking about in the huddle is, hey, Haynes Academy has 6 points, but 3 of them are our errors.
Yeah.
Right? We have given them half of their points. We can do a little bit better job with some of the choices that we're making, right? Being a little bit more prepared on each contact. Get away from those errors. It could be you that's up, 5-3.
We're coming up here on Cox 4. It is that time of the year for fall state championships in the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. Got the cross-country state championship meet, which will begin at 9 a.m. on Monday. We still got 2 more state volleyball championships to be played here today. And then the Prep Football Classic. Round 1 of the high school football playoffs concluded last night.
If you have never been to the cross-country state championships, it's really something to see.
Something else.
Working really hard.
There's an ace now from Marilyn Voce. And we'll have outstanding coverage for you on the LHSAA network. It was our our rendezvous last year. Our first time doing it a year ago, and it was pretty impressive the way we're able to cover it with drone cameras. Marilyn Voce. Had that one in the net, but it's going to go to Haynes as far as the point. Or Hannon as far as the point. Josie Panthamagan into the net. 8-2.
First serve, missed serves are a killer. You got to give yourself a chance. And it's a tough balance. We talk about it all the time in our gyms. Got to serve tough, got to serve tough.
Sky Lewis, but back there defensively was Avery Lewis. Point goes to Haynes. Sky Lewis was there in the middle.
And you see this replay. Both Sky and Virginia there, but Sky's hands penetrated way over the net. Really not much you can do as a hitter when a blocker's that far over.
Not much you can do there on that shot. Point goes to Hannon. Beautifully done. We'll look at it again.
I mean, there is a small room for error. She gets that inside the block.
And there was Reese Foster again. When they need a point, she comes through. Sky Lewis with the big strike. Good dig, though, from Bankston. And that's going to be a point for Hannah.
Brought the hitter inside a little bit. Normally you see a lot of hitters going out to the pin, out to the pin, out to the pin. That ball brought inside. Right, gave her a few different angles to hit into. Great choice.
Marley Bankston on the serve. Oh, nice job by Cameron Vaughn to hit it over the net and get the point for Haynes. Just kind of snuck in there, Robert.
Yeah, setters love when they get to do something besides just that. They love to get a big kill or a big block. Fires up their team.
And a block out of bounds. Point to Hannon.
That's a great job. That ball's kind of low. It's a really hard ball to get to. You can, if you see the replay, it's low. It's way out in front of her. She does a great job of bouncing it off the forearms. If you watch right here, boom, right off the forearm, out of bounds.
And a point goes to Virginia Voce and the Haynes Academy Yellow Jackets. This is 11-5, our first 3 sets. The margin was so close between these two teams, and that one is just a little bit out. This is the first set that we've had where we've had a big spread as far as between the team leading and the one trailing.
And except for that first run, it's been pretty tight. You know, it's kind of been a little bit of back and forth.
Bree Dornan, Haynes kind of scrambling here a little bit. That is going to be just out. Good try. And now Hannon's starting to make a little bit of a run.
This is still a really good rotation for Haynes. You've got Sky Lewis, you've got Marilyn. 2 kids that can really jump up, elevate, create block problems.
Point goes to Isabella Granados.
Don't forget about her over there on the right side.
12-7.
Not a ball she's going to be able to set. She's going to have to go on the offense. Did a great job of elevating and finding that ball above the net.
Ella Feehan with the serve. There's Granados again, but that one too long. So 12-8 as the Hawks get the point.
And she's looking to hit that same shot deep into zone 1 in the corner, just a little bit long.
Mia Phillips is back in. So this is where Hannon can maybe make a little bit of a run with Phillips and Bevelo on that front line. Let's see how they're able to, but a big swing from Marilyn Voce. Hannon able to keep it alive for now. Free ball here for Haynes. Not the best pass, but still able to get it over was McKenna Board. Board with the set. Now Board gets it back with the tap. Good defense there by Bailey. Here's Bevelo with the point.
That's something we've seen when she has to go behind, when Bevelo has to go behind and hit a ball behind the setter. She scored a couple of points. We saw it on a slide earlier. We've seen them run that. Different teams call it different things. A 6, you'll hear it called a pop. You'll hear it called some different things, but either way, right behind the setter.
Holencheck with the serve. They set it up. That's Phillips. Kept alive by Vaughn.
One-on dig.
Bevelo again. And I mentioned it, having Bevelo and Phillips on that front line, this is when Hannah is at its best. And they got both of them there.
And you can see how fast Hannon wants to run that offense. Haynes has got to get a little bit more discipline, get stopped against that ball.
still alive here. Phillips will just knock it over. The pass to Phillips. Borg. One more time for Phillips. Great dig there by Virginia Voce.
Another one of these long rallies.
Bevelo with the tap. Still alive. The block in the middle. Finishing it off. Bevelo again. She came up big at the end of the third set, and she is flexing her muscles here in the fourth set.
She sees Maryland turning, squaring up to hit, times it up just right. Easy point.
12-11 is our score. What a match here. Haynes had a nice sizable lead of 5 or 6 points, but Hannon has been able to get back into this one again with Phillips and Bevelo on that front line.
Yeah, both these teams, they play tough schedules. You know, they're playing everybody they probably played half the field that's playing today, if not more. Battle tested, ready to go. They're not worried about 1 or 2 points in the middle of the game. They're worried about the next serve, right? The next set. They are going to be just fine. We still have a lot of volleyball.
Well, this is a Hannon Hawks team do a lot of technical work that gets them ready. They do a lot of pressure situations, so when they're in tough moments like they are right now, they're able to persevere. For Haynes, they beat U-High in the quarterfinals in 3 sets. Again, needed 5 sets to beat E.D. White. First time ever in the state championship. Really, as I mentioned, when these two teams met in the regular season, it was an easy win for Hannon. Haynes had a hard time passing in that match. They've done a much better job here today. Great dig from Holacek. Phillips, and look at a great save by Virginia Voce. Josie with the illegal touch.
I think she had so many options on that. It was a great ball. I think she was just too excited. You know, sometimes you change your mind mid-set and kind of look like that's what happened.
Oh, great ace there. Beautiful by Isabella Granados, who's had a very strong fourth set.
And both these teams, you know, they just got to keep their foot on the gas here. You know, not playing the scoreboard. It's that same serve.
Let's see who gets it here. It's going to be Mia. Got to just knock it over, and that's exactly what Cameron Vaughn does.
There they go behind right there.
Good job at the net. The point goes to Mia Phillips. And the Hannon Hawks. 14-12 now.
Sometimes the key to that joust is to be the last person to push. Let the other team push and then push back, drive them backwards.
Avery Lewis with a little just floater across the net. Knocked over by Holacek. Sets it up for Marilyn Voce. She gets the point.
I'm really impressed how many balls Marilyn Voce is playing first contact with her hands, whether it's in serve receive or defense. Some players are a little hesitant to use their hands that much. She's done a great job of it.
Nice point. Sneaking up there again was Riley Schubert.
Yeah, running Riley inside on a 3-ball, trying to find a gap between the middle blocker and the right side blocker. Nobody in front of her. That's an easy kill for her.
15-13 the lead. Haynes Academy trying to force a 5th and deciding set. Cameron Vaughn. Played defensively by Lewis.
No block.
Out.
Oh, but out.
had an opportunity, they couldn't capitalize. And the Yellow Jackets extend their lead to 3 here in the 4th set.
Yeah, as a hitter, you definitely want that ball back. There's not a blocker within 6 feet of her. Sometimes you don't see any hands and you get really excited.
Fredu with the serve. Pass by Granados. That's going to go out. Wasn't a very good pass. Tough angle there for Vaughn. She was well out of bounds when she struck it.
Yeah, that's set way too far outside the antenna. Limits the amount of space that you have to hit the ball into the court.
Sky Lewis, big strike. Boy, she gets up there, doesn't she? As I mentioned, an all-state champion jumper, and she can hit it over anyone's block, it seems like, when she gets that kind of height.
She's really up there. I mean, that was a great block in front of her. She just went over the top of it.
And Sky was there for the block, along with Virginia Voce. Sky there again. She needs a little help. It's going to end up being a point for Hannon. Hannon hanging in there in this 4th set, down by 2.
Yeah, you know, we're getting 17-15. We're starting to get close to the end of the game. What does that do to their emotions? If you're Hannon, you're close. You can smell it, a little blood in the water. Can you go get it? If you're Haynes, can you hang on to this and force a final in 5th set?
Big swing, and it's going to be a point to Haynes. Another point for Virginia Voce. 18-15 now, Haynes leads.
Look at this big hit. Woo.
Wow, tough serve to handle, but done well by Holenchek. Now Holenchek had her shot blocked. Great job by Sky Lewis, but didn't get it across the net.
She is all up and down the net, blocking balls, touching balls.
Sky Lewis. That time they were able to get a hand on it.
That's a great defensive touch.
Out to point. Yellow Jackets, Marilyn Voce. Seems like every other point is Marilyn Voce responsible for.
Yeah, right now, earlier I thought it was Virginia. Now it's kind of the Maryland show.
So great job here by Marilyn Voce. Earlier, Virginia Voce was the big point getter. But now, for Haynes, it has certainly been Marilyn Voce. Mentioned Ashley Miller, the head coach for Haynes Academy. She won a state championship herself as a player. She was an outstanding player back then, known as Ashley Lala for Mount Carmel. And she was actually got state MVP honors in the Division I championship game for Mount Carmel, as that was an outstanding team back then in 2010. Our coverage of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association State Championship volleyball broadcast here on the LHSA Network. Coca-Cola is one of our proud sponsors, along with Farm Bureau. Also, Dino's Pizza like no other, and Oscar.
I'd like to see Hannon get this ball to Bevelo right here behind the setter. Something that we have seen her be really successful at.
Phillips, too long. Excuse me, that was Bevelo. Bevelo, too long. And it's 20-16, Haynes.
Yeah, and they're trying to play the matchup game. Obviously, Bevelo is maybe a whole head taller than Granados.
Oh, good tip there. That was an excellent play there by Josie Patamathan. just a super athletic, super smart player. Got a big point there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes setters they want a little piece of the action too. They need a stat.
Holenchek the serve.
It's a good opportunity.
Oh, miss hit there by Mia Phillips. (21-17). Granados on the serve.
Hannon's already used both of their timeouts, so it's going to be up to those players on the court to make a decision on how they want this to go. They've got the ability, they've got the confidence. They just need somebody to make a play.
Great defense there by Holenchek on the dig. Good job by Ella Feehan for Haynes. The tap there by Marilyn Voce. Let's see if they set it up for Maryland. They certainly do. Is it in? Yes, it is. Point to Haynes Academy. 22-17.
Haven't seen her go in the zone one very much today. She's been hitting a lot of balls to her right. This time she turns and hits it to the left, deep all the way into the corner.
Granados on the serve. Blocked out of bounds, point to Hannon. 22-18.
And who is it? Mia Phillips. They're calling her name all day.
So Phillips and Riley Schubert, along with Josie, all on the front line here.
This is where we've seen that short serve. This server, this rotation.
And there it is. And it's going to be an illegal touch by Cameron Vaughn. 22-19.
When you got a player back behind your service line that you have ultimate confidence in and serving short, boy, that's really a weapon. To see if they go back to it here, if they try to catch him stepping up and throwing something deep behind them.
Avery Lewis. Good defense by Avery Lewis, but just couldn't handle that. She got there, but it was a tough handle. Guess what? Another point for Marilyn Voce, and she'll serve.
Yeah, you see here, that is about at the out part of her range. Really hard to get your hands under that ball when you're having to go that far.
And then Virginia Voce with the block. Just goes out. It was almost going to be a miraculous point for Haynes.
Luck is a part of athletics. Luck is a part of sports. An inch one way, an inch the other makes all the difference.
Another great strike from Virginia Voce. It is now set point for Haynes.
Virginia Voce is telling her teammates, one more.
Sky Lewis in there.
I think if I'm set, I'm giving it to her.
Virginia Voce. Here's Virginia Voce again.
Great fight right there.
Sky Lewis with the tap. Great job defensively, though, by Josie. Big strike block. We're going to a fifth set. We had a feeling we would be playing 5 sets in the Division III state championship game, and that's exactly what we got. Haynes and Hannon battling it out. Don't go away. More coming up on the LHSAA Network as the Division III state championship is up for grabs.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, Our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
The LHSAA Network is your home for the State Football Championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
We head to a 5th set here at the Cajun Dome. Jeff Palermo, Robert Smith, and let's bring in the 3rd member of our team, McKenna Malone.
Haynes is truly the definition of a selfless team. You see whoever's scoring the points, you are seeing the same energy throughout the match. They really focus on the little things so that they can make those bigger plays and they can take those big swings. As I mentioned before, neither of these teams are letting off the gas. No matter what the score is, they're going out and they're earning these points. The Voce sisters on Haynes are demanding their teammates to be better, which has worked in their favor so far. Back to y'all.
Thank you very much. Our second 5th set match of the day. Country Day won earlier in 5 sets over Westminster. Our other state championship, or state champion, that was North Lake Christian, who won in 3 sets over Dunham in the Division IV state championship. Well, what do you think are the keys here in this 5th set?
I think if you're Hannon, I think getting your middles involved. I feel like we're seeing a lot more plays having to be made on the outside. The block from Haynes is getting out there a little bit better, touching a few more of those balls. All right, let's get those middles back involved. Let's get them rolling. Let's set that up. Once you establish that, it makes everything so much easier. And if you're Haynes, just keep doing what you're doing, right? You're the underdog. You're the one that's trying to defeat the stand-in champ, right? Don't change anything.
This is the 8th match to go 5 sets at this year's championships. Division III saw both of the semi-matches go into 5 sets, and now the finals. Again, it was Hannon having to beat Parkview Baptist in 5 sets. And then Haynes Academy needed 5 sets to get past E.D. White. So here we go. First one, the 15 that has an advantage of 2 or more will win the Division III state championship. Hannon will get the serve. And doing those honors is Holenchek. And right away, getting involved, it's Marilyn Voce. Big time hit. Bevelo's going to have to be big in this 5th set. She gets Hannon off to a good start.
Yeah, and like I said, I think that, they got to get their middles more involved. It's easier to get a one-on-one block in there. That creates greater opportunities.
Holenchek to serve again. Bevelo and Phillips were there, but it's going to be a point for Haynes.
Yeah, net violation there. Just trying to keep a ball alive. Got her hand tied up in the bottom of the net.
Granados will serve it. Bevelo. Point. Haynes. Or excuse me, Hannon. Hannon gets the point. 2-1 as Bevelo gets the kill.
So 2 points, both by Bevelo. Keep her going. Keep her involved as much as you can.
Well, she's actually out of the match at this point as a result of the rotation that they have. And the tip comes up a little bit short there for Marilyn Voce. Unforced errors can't happen here in this 5th set.
No, when you're playing to 15, it changes the dynamic of a couple of points. It changes the dynamic of how coaches might use substitutions. It changes the dynamic how they might use timeouts.
Avery Lewis with the serve. Good tip. That was a great try there by Josie, and it's still going to be point for Hannon as Haynes just never able to recover.
Yeah, balls. Typically, you want to see back row attackers being set around the 10-foot line. That ball set 14, 15 feet off. Hard for them to keep that ball in front of them and really go take that swing that they want.
4-1.
Really good deep serve there, forcing Haynes out of system already.
And it's in. Wow, what a great point there for Hannon. And Haynes is in disbelief. They can't believe that was a call, that it was in. We got a good look at it, Robert. I thought it was in. Yeah, that's in. Timeout. Haynes is off to a fast start in this 5th and deciding set, 5-1.
And maybe that's experience. Maybe that's, hey, we've been here, we've done that. We're comfortable in these high-pressure situations.
Coming up, it's going to be the Division II state championship from the Cajun Dome. St. Thomas More and Ben Franklin. They'll battle it out. It won't be at 4:30. This match has gone a little long with the 5 sets. But we'll have Division II state championship, St. Thomas More and Ben Franklin. Our final match of the day, Slidell versus Dominican.
If you're Haynes, all right, so you disagree with the call. You can't let an official's call change your mentality. If you're still hanging on to that last point, upset about that, you can't be focused on the one in front of you. They got to let it go, right? Use their experience in getting here.
Avery Lewis.
Again, this is that short serve zone. This is where we've seen them use it time and time again throughout all 5 sets.
Marilyn Voce with the first touch, and now she gets the kill try. Great one-handed stab. Sets it up. Mia Phillips with that left-handed swing.
Cross court, boy, she has just been so solid for them, swinging that ball across the court into zone 5, into zone 4.
So 6-1. With the tap. Here comes Mia again. Good save, though, by Cameron Vaughn. Mia Phillips, another chance, another point. She's taking over here. 7-1.
I think she is feeling it.
A senior knowing that she can win a state championship for a 2nd consecutive year.
And if you're Hannon and you got a player like that that's on, keep giving her the ball. Don't outthink it.
Marilyn Voce with the answer. Boy, do they need that. Maybe that turns things around here for Haynes. They need to rally themselves down by 5 in this 5th set.
Yeah, they need to try to score, 2 or 3 points here in this rotation if they can.
That time it was Schubert. Out. Good try by Mia, but it goes out, and Haynes now down by 4 as they try to creep back into this thing.
Yeah, it looked like that ball set a little bit far off the net. She got stuck underneath it. Tried to create as much topspin as she can to get it deep, just a little bit too long.
And the point goes once again, Mia Phillips. We see a lot of her scoring from the left side, but at times the right side, she's just as effective.
And a lot of times when she's hitting that ball on this right side, she's been turning that ball down the line, down the line, down the line. This time she changed it up, went cross court. Tough ball. That's a really good serve.
That's going to be a point for Haynes. Neither team was really settled there on that one.
Yeah, a little out of sorts. Haynes has got to start chipping away at this lead. Hannon is already halfway to 15.
This is Virginia Voce. Out. Reese Foster.
No touch.
Had a good shot at it, but unable to get it in.
And that's what they need, you know, capitalize on those errors. If you're Hannon, just keep swinging. Just like that.
And there's another point this time. That time she does go down the line to Phillips to get the point. She has been a kill machine here in the 5th set. Still a 4-point lead here for the Hannon Hawks.
And so now she's out for 3 rotations. Will Hannon get her back in? Or will they be able to finish it before those 3?
Good defense there by Lewis. Out. Nice try by Holenchek.
Both teams still got both of their timeouts. Good opportunity here for Virginia.
And it's going to be a point to Haynes. Timeout. 9-7 as Haynes has crept back in this one, Robert.
Yeah, and you know, when Hannon has a really bad error like that, you know, not a bad time to take this timeout here, right? Settle the troops. Get them all on the same page. You're still out in front. And for Haynes, hey, you were down pretty big in a 5th set. You've come back and made a game of it. Right? Stay aggressive. We know that the Voce sisters are going to be swinging. Hannon has done keeping balanced, right? Getting those middles involved that they did earlier. We only got maybe one more rotation, and we're going to see Bevela back in, and I know that's something that they're looking forward to.
It will be Haynes's serve. Cameron Vaughn trying to make a little run here.
Let's see who they're serving here. Probably Holenchek. Yep, that's where they go, trying to keep her from having a free release.
Great job at the net. Virginia Voce and Sky Lewis. Those two have been a tough tandem once they get their hands above the net.
And Sky Lewis has quietly made some big points for Haynes. And we're serving line to line here again. Yep.
Over the tape, and we're tied at 9. You're living right, Cameron Vaughn.
There is nothing you can do when that happens. If you're this team in server's seat, it is so frustrating when it happens to you. But you love it when you're the serving team.
Boy, that ball looked like it hit below the white tape, and it still got over.
It crawled over the net.
So we're all tied at 9, and Sky Lewis, I thought, had the block, and they gave up on it. Haynes thought they got the point. Hannon kept at it, and they get it.
Let's see that one again. Here we go.
See, look at Haynes. Haynes just kind of gave up on it.
Yep. Kick save and a beauty, eh?
Vaughn calls for it. They set it up. Bevelo! 11-9, Hannon.
And they really think she could be the key here for Hannon in this final few points of this set.
Bankston with the serve. Bevelo block. And she's shocked herself that she was able to stop that one. Look at her teammates, they're in disbelief. How did you stop Virginia Voce on that?
I mean, over the top of the ball, straight down. No chance for Haynes to cover that ball.
It's 12-9. Hannon 3 points away.
Oh, just over the tape.
Here's Sky Lewis. Oh, nice job by Virginia Voce. And it's going to be a point to, illegal touch there for Hannon.
Yep.
So Virginia Voce now, down by 2. She's an excellent server. With that jump serve, let's see if she can get a couple aces going. Ooh, tough dig there for Lewis.
You know where this ball's going.
Oh yes, the tap and the point to Haynes. The Stars are playing big when you need them. Marilyn Voce with the point.
Substitution here. Sometimes substitutions are about changing a player. Sometimes it's just about, instead of using a timeout, just creating a pause in the action.
Lola Soper comes into the game. Sky Lewis, point, Haynes, we're tied at 12.
Well, we might get a replay here. Nope.
They say Sky Lewis went straight up.
Yeah, they called back row attack on Hannon. The setters in the back row touch the ball above the net with the other player.
Oh, there's that ace that I was telling you about. She's got one up her sleeve, Virginia Voce. And all of a sudden, Haynes has the lead.
Watch this one.
My goodness, how do you defend that?
That top spin ball looks like it's coming right at you, and then the bottom falls out of it.
Oh, man.
Goodness gracious.
What a nice run here. Remember, Haynes was down, what, 5-1?
Yeah.
In this fifth, 6-1.
6-1.
And they have made a great run. And again, playing in their first ever state championship. They're a couple of more points away from winning it. I don't think 15 is going to be enough to win this, though, Robert.
It wouldn't surprise me. You know, anything can happen up to that point, and then we see games that go 15-15, 16-16, get into 20 sometimes.
I tell you, Ashley Miller's got a big smile on her face. No stress on her, but I bet you the butterflies are flying in that stomach.
Well, then what's your mentality back here behind the service line? Do you go for it, or do you make sure you get it in?
Just get it over the net, right? That's the biggest thing.
I think if you're a Voce, you're going for it.
Here we go. Handle that time.
Off of it.
Bevelo, it is point to Haynes. We've got match championship point coming up. Bevelo has been so good today. She just missed.
Hannon really thought that ball was in. Haynes really thought that ball was out.
Here we go. Bevelo with the tap. And it's going to be a state championship for Haynes Academy. The Yellow Jackets, in their first ever championship match, are bringing home a trophy to Metairie.
That is a fantastic match. Both teams playing so hard, right down to the wire. So much fun to watch.
They went 5 sets last year. It was Hannon who won. This time, Haynes Academy, state champions in Division III.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
The LHSAA Network is your home for the state football championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
We are back here at Haynes Academy, where Haynes Academy winning the Division III state championship. They just announced Virginia Voce, the most outstanding player. And now a runner-up trophy going to Hannon. Hannon was coming in looking for their 5th state championship in 7 years. Unfortunately, they come up a little bit short. They won sets 1 and 3, but fall in sets 2, 4, and 5, and had a 6-1 lead here in the 5th set. But still, what a great run here for the Archbishop Hannon Hawks as their season finishes with a runner-up. 28-7 is their final record here tonight. And now your 2024 Division III state champions, led by Virginia Voce, the senior, and her sister, Marilyn Voce, and this great squad, Haynes Academy. They got something to fill up the trophy case with. Their first ever state volleyball championship. A lot of fun here today, Robert.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, there's got to be somebody that's going to come home with the championship trophy. Somebody's going to come home with the runner-up trophy. But this was as good a match as we could have hoped for.
So much fun. Knew these two teams would battle. And look at these. She won one as a state championship as a player at Mount Carmel, and then you win one as a head coach. How fantastic is that? We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Virginia Voce and Ashley Miller. Haynes Academy, your Division III state champions.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
The LHSAA Network is your home for the state football championships, the 2024 Prep Classic from the Caesars Superdome. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage, halftime, pregame, postgame. You'll see it all here on the LHSAA Network, December 12th to the 14th from the Caesars Superdome. The Prep Classic, all 8 state title games. And the games will also be shown on YurView.
Haynes Academy just won their first state championship in volleyball. A lot of tears of joy as they sing the alma mater. Ashley Miller, as I mentioned, won a state championship as a player at Mount Carmel. Now she has won a state championship as a head coach. McKenna Malone is standing next to Coach Miller.
How did you prepare your team for today's match?
So we watched film and we came up with a game plan, and we decided to change to rotational defense on the outside with number 25, and they executed. Like, we worked on it randomly throughout the season because we figured that that would be a possibility, and maybe against another team, but we've had it in the back of our pocket, and we made that change today, and I could not be more proud of these girls for actually executing. And we talked about some other game plan things, and they really just executed, and they wanted it so bad. They played so hard, and I couldn't be more proud and excited right now.
In 2010, you won Outstanding Player yourself, so how does it feel to be able to produce your own outstanding player on your own team?
It's an incredible feeling, like unbelievable. I never thought I would coach in a state championship, much less win a state championship. The last time I actually was on a state championship court was that time. So it's amazing. It's so awesome. I'm so proud of her.
Awesome. Great game, Coach.
It was terrific. Robert, what do you think was really the key here today for Haynes Academy?
I think just their physicality.
Yeah.
They hit the ball so much, and then mixed in the off-speed stuff, but it was all set up by big, heavy swings.
All right, let's now hear from the most outstanding player of this match, Marilyn Voce.
Congratulations on most outstanding player. How did you keep your composure throughout this match?
My teammates, 100%, because I was so close to wanting to just accept it, but my teammates looked at me and they said, we got to keep going, let's go, like, we're still in this. I mean, we were down 8-1, and McKenna Berg, actually our sophomore, she looked at me and she grabbed me and she was like, we are not losing this game, and that made me straighten up immediately.
I saw you throughout the match look at your teammates and say it's only one ball, whether y'all agreed with the refs or not. Is that the kind of mentality that you think led y'all to this point?
100%. Although it's definitely, we have to remind each other that it is only 1 point because our team is very dwelling on some things, but today definitely kept us in it. Definitely kept us in it.
Congratulations. Great set.
Thank you.
Great performance by Haynes Academy, but also an outstanding effort here by Archbishop Hannon. It was everything we thought this Division III state championship match would be. Haynes Academy wins their first ever state title. For everyone involved, Jeff Schneider, our producer, Kim Guillot, our director, McKenna Malone, Robert Smith, I'm Jeff Boermo. Congratulations again to the Yellow Jackets of Haynes Academy, your state champions.
The LHSAA Network is your home for the state football championships.